Okay.
Oh, did you update the?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, cool. All right. 32.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Everybody gets a car. Don't you hate it when a politician makes promises and some promises stick and some promises they're trying to make still happen? They're trying to make happen. Is it going to happen or is it not going to happen? What's going on, guys? My name is Min Win with What's a Mortgage. Welcome to our channel. The goal of our channel is to educate, empower, and to inform you on what's a mortgage. And tonight we're going to go over Joe Biden's new credit scoring system, right? When he ran for president, he made promises for equality throughout the United States for people to qualify for home ownership. And the way he wants to do it is to do away with the credit scoring system. If it's your first time tuning into What's a Mortgage, do me a huge favor and hit the notification and subscribe button so you're notified every time we go live or post new content. We go live every Monday nights on Facebook and YouTube at 9 p.m. and we post our content Sundays and Wednesdays at 9 a.m. All right. Also, if you're not following us on Instagram, definitely check out our Instagram. We drop new tips each and every day. So don't forget to check it out. All right. And if this video brings you any value, please share it and like it. All right. It helps the algorithm. So we're going to get into this, right? So what's going on, Camilo? What's going on, Jennifer? Lusagbo, what's going on? And guys, I also, for a lot of realtors and lenders are following our page. I did start my not private, but personal page called MinWin. And through that, I'm helping educate loan officers to become better loan officers, helping realtors become better realtors, and helping realtors and lenders become better at marketing themselves to build their clientele base. All right, so definitely check it out. And if you're a consumer, you can follow as well. There's a bunch of tips and tricks in there, like the one I went about today regarding should you refinance or not. If it's good to try to refinance your client or not, definitely check it out. All right, what up, Jerry Lee? What's going on? Joanna, Tony, what's going on? So is it Jerly, right? Is it Jerly?
Oh,
Jerry, yeah.
Like
It's not Jerry Lee. No. What's up, Debbie? What's up, Brian? So let's get into it, guys. Will Biden's new credit scoring system hurt home buyers? Okay. So there's this new. So he made these promises that he is going to change the credit scoring system. So it's Joe Biden versus Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, and his goal is to create a new agency, right? And it's the pull it up the next one slide. Create a new agency to compete and hopefully replace TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. If you did not know, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian are privately owned. And there's people complaining that there's errors on their credit from these private companies, right? And it's impossible to get it fixed. And that's why they can't enter home ownership. You see so many people using credit repair companies and disputing for errors on their credit, and TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian are not correcting it, or they're not publishing the correct information. That's the reason why they have bad credit. That's the reason why they can't buy a home. That's why there's so much inequality in the United States. That's what Biden says. Okay, so Biden wants to create a public credit reporting agency to compete against the major credit bureaus and maybe one day replace them. So if this plan works, it doesn't exist yet. There's not too much detail on it. I had to dig all through the internet just to get bits and pieces. So that's why I know it's not even a bill yet. But he did use this when he ran for president. Like I said, I'm not here to preach Biden, or I'm not here to preach Trump. I'm just here to talk about what's going on in mortgage and real estate. And the reason why this is a big deal, because he was doing this not for people to get more credit cards, not for people to get nicer cars. It's for them to create opportunity to purchase a home, right? So right now he's saying, right, the current credit model is holding consumers back from becoming homeowners. Do you feel that's true? If you do, let me know. If you feel that your credit is what's stopping you from buying a home, just say either Yes or no, right? If credit you feel is the reason why you can't get a home, answer yes or no. Okay. So he feels that this credit model is stopping people. So you think about right now, right? In April 2021, we have 40% less inventory than last year on the market for sale. 40%. So if this credit model does release, you have more buyers, which will drive up prices, right? Depending on where these buyers are at. If they're in the Midwest, East Coast, it all depends where you're at. Okay, um, so this model's here to not hold people back becoming homeowners, right? It's going to prevent credit errors. The Biden administration feels that the three bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, are making so many errors that the government can do a better job, right? Just like the government gave out checks to everybody, even if they had a job, right? That doesn't make any sense to me. If they're not keeping count of how much checks they're giving out, right? I'm not saying people shouldn't get checks. Some people are currently working and they're not in a bad situation. Maybe those checks should have gone to other people, or maybe they should have got more money who are in bad situations, right? They're not auditing that. So I think they're not going to really audit the credit, but that's what they said they're going to do. Okay. So the CFPB, so it's going to be part of the CFPB. If it does happen, it will be division of the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. So it will not be, like I said, a privately owned company. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian will still exist, but there will be the Public Credit Reporting Agency, right? So in the credit reporting agency, they're going to report credit too as well, but they're going to hold all people's information. Only one, the government will know everybody's credit. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, right? Because they can look at your credit to decide that, hey, should we loan you money or should we not, right? They feel it's very critical to have accurate credit. Do you feel that your credit is not accurate? Most people with bad credit, do they feel their credit's not accurate? Do they say that, hey, that late wasn't mine, that collection wasn't mine, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, fooey on you, that's not mine, replace that, That's where I feel we don't know, okay? And he feels if he does this, it's going to advance racial equity across the United States. Do you feel that way or not? So this idea, this plan on this one government credit bureau, right, should fix all the errors and create home ownership opportunity for more people. Unless this bill comes with creating more homes with more low income, more moderate income, just building more homes, giving builders incentive to build. Think about this: they vanish everybody's credit, right? They click their help, bang bang bang, right? And all of a sudden, everyone's credit is Gucci, right? I mean, solid. Sorry, I've been watching too many videos, right? Too many hip hop videos. But your credit's solid, and now you can buy, right? You just got boom, your credit, everything is solid, right? If they don't produce enough homes out there and they fix everybody's credit, guess what? It's going to drive up demand unless they create supply. Make sense? So, it sounds like a great theory, just like that $15,000, right? If that thing did happen, boom, it would create more buyers. If we're short 40% inventory, right? How can we why would we create more buyers? I feel if this thing happens, what's going on, Freddie? I'll answer that question in a bit. Aaron, what's going on? What's going on, Dre's? Right? Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Right? So I think if he's gonna drop, right? If he's gonna drop these cards, I don't think he's gonna do it now. The demand, like this plan right here, is not to fix everybody's credit. The demand, if you read through the internet, it's for creating more home ownership for other people. And if you read it, it will say, blacks and Latinos. It literally, in a lot of articles, it's like saying that, it's not me saying that, it says it in pretty much most articles, right? And they say it's going to create more buying opportunity, right? Where will it create it? I don't know. Will it drive up demand? It will, okay? So here's the problem, right? This is the problem why he's doing it, right? Right now, the Federal Trading Commission says, and this is what he's leaning on, right, on this information. The Federal Trading Commission says that 1 out of 4 consumers have errors on their credit. Do you have errors on your credit? Only you would know, right? And the Fair Credit Act, like, even though 1 out of 4, right, has credit issues, and right now for a consumer to combat against these credit bureaus, the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives a consumer, right, a chance to dispute their credit report with the bureaus, right? So that's why there's credit repair companies. That's why you can fix your own credit, right? How does an error happen on your credit in your first place? How does a creditor put something on credit on your credit in the first place, right? We should look at that. So when you sign your agreement on your personal guarantee on your credit, right, on that application, right, the creditor now keeps track of your credit histories and they report it. So when you make all your payments on time, they report it number one. Everything number one means it's a payment on time. Even if you don't pay it on the 30 days, there's a 30 days that you might have late fees, but until it hits another full 30 days, then it's 30 days late, right? So once you miss that late, they report it. These days with I know computers aren't perfect, but if you do direct pay, ACH, whatever, they're direct taking it out of your bank account unless you're manually paying it in, right? Because of that, if you're making a payment, the likely chances if they're electronically pulling it, you're gonna miss a payment. Yes, there is times where I see where you made a payment and you were short a couple bucks, and I can see that turn into a late fee, which turns into a late. I see that happening. Depending on who your creditor is, if it's a one time, they might forgive it. But if it's happening over and over again, they're putting that on your credit, right? And through that, 1 out of 4 people say that these are errors. Do you believe these are errors or not, right? Yes, there are people I've seen errors, but I've been in the mortgage industry since 2003. Anyone that, of course, unless it's identity theft, I have not seen that many people. If you are, let me know, right? Let me know that that have these errors, right? So you think about this. Right now, the credit bureaus, these private companies, right? They don't want to get blacklisted. So when you send in a dispute, they have 30 days to respond. By the way, every time they don't respond to your dispute, it costs they have to release that issue, right? But every time you dispute it, they have to prove it, and you have to prove that there was an error. If there's an error, it's gone, right? Also, they have 30 days to respond to you. And every time they respond to you, it costs them money. That's why credit repair companies, they just beat down these creditors by just sending them letters, right? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Enough are you sure's, they're gonna find errors, right? But if this changes, right? Right now you have 3 credit bureaus. You're playing the telephone game. There's room for error. If they do away with this, right? And they go to the one system, now it's the government. You're gonna tell the government they have an error? I don't think so. I feel if this changes, I don't think it's gonna improve people's credit. We'll go over in a second. Actually, it's gonna help some people. We'll go through the rules that they're changing, but most likely, it's gonna put credit repair companies out of business because there's no way to prove error to the government, right? If they do away with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and they do away with the system on sending in disputes, getting rid of them, I think it's gonna make it harder. I think most people who are going through credit repair to buy a house, it's gonna wipe them out. And people who messed up their credit, I don't think they're gonna be able to fix because they're eliminating error. And I think if people really put out, yes, there are people who have error. So if you have error, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people like myself who know I have a 30-day late. In 2017, when my business crapped out and I had rolling 30s, even 60s and 90s, right? I'm using a credit repair person to delete those things right now. Okay? Just keep it 100 with you guys, right? 2019, I'm solid again. But 17 and 18, my stuff tanked, and I'm deleting stuff right now, right? And the delete letters. I know I messed up. I made bad business decisions in life, right? But these lates are rolling, but I can dispute them. If that didn't happen, if they got rid of TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and I got to talk to the government. Have you ever fought the government before? I had to do one time on my taxes. You ain't gonna win, right? It was hard to win. So I think with this happening, it's gonna change the game. I think if it's gonna make it harder. I think it's gonna actually might put more houses on the market because less and less people are gonna qualify if they're gonna take no credit repair, no forgiveness, and they're gonna go directly. What's going on? You're a player, brother. You take risks. That's right. We take big risks, Eric. But yeah, so I think Biden if this thing does happen, I think it's gonna backfire, right? I think that if they go to one system and they're gonna clear all the errors and there's no more errors, and if you are late, you're gonna be late. It's gonna show up on there, right? But here are the new rules. Let's take the new rules. This is where everyone's been waiting for, right? I've been holding on to it. No, I'm kidding, right? I was building up because I just want you guys to understand, like, this stuff doesn't make sense, right? And if it actually does happen, I think they think it's going to flood the market, which it should, but it is going to hurt. It is going to hurt a lot of people who are trying to buy. So I would get that thing fixed ASAP before they release it. And here are the new rules, right? What belt are you? I'm white belt, Steve. I'm trying to get to. I've been white belt since October. I'm going to try to make it to blue by the end of this year. I'm hoping. Doing jiu-jitsu 3-4 times a week, man. It's painful. So the new rules. Rule number 1. This is important. Just keep this up, Andy. Employers cannot pull credit reports anymore. Right now, a lot of your employers can pull your credit. Rule number 2. You can discharge student loans in bankruptcies. They're not going to forgive your student loan, but they're going to discharge them in your bankruptcy. That's some gangster stuff right there, right? Only a 4-year record of your delinquencies. Right now, they're keeping a 7-year. And non-traditional trade lines can be used to build credit. Right now, they're not. You can add them on your credit, but when you run desktop underwriting with a lender, they're not gonna value those trade lines. And last but not least, they're gonna exclude medical collections. That's the one I actually like. All right, let's go small screen, big screen, small screen. Yeah, so actually the other way. Right, employers can't pull your credit. I get it. Okay, so I think that right there was gonna help. What do you think? I think, yes, we all mess up in life. And if we can't get a job to get ahead in life so we can pay our bills and not have busted credit, yes, I actually like that rule. Anyone like that rule? Let me know if you like rule number 1, right? Put in hashtag number 1 if you like rule number 1. Rule number 2, discharge student loans in bankruptcies. So if they discharge your student loans, you have to wait 2 years to buy after that. You can go FHA, right? If that happens. But you know if that happens, right? And you know if that happens, if they discharge student loans, someone's got to pay back these federal student loans, right? And I think things are going to shoot up. So if you think number 1 is, I like number 1. Number 2, I think, of course, if I don't have student loans, but if I had student loans, I would want it too. So it's like, I can't say, who likes number 2? Anyone like number 2? It's going to make the state of the United States is going to have to pay, every taxpayer is going to have to pay back that student loan. Right, and I think that's going to make a lot of people upset when he runs for president again. Because think about other people who finish their school and are paying their student loans, like, and these other people just filed BK and got it forgiven. I don't know everyone's situation, so if you are having to do that, that's, everyone is in their own situation. I'm not here to judge. Number 1, I can feel it. Number 2, what do you think about number 2? Right, if they forgive it, do you feel like if they forgive it, you have another chance in life? Right. Number 3, I'm good with this one too. Who likes number 3? They are only going to keep a 4-year record, right? Year 6 and 7, they're going to go buy Felicia, right? Then be like, they don't even exist. That actually will help more people. I think people, when they mess up their life, it takes about 2-3 years to get back on your feet, right? If a employer run your credit, right, and they know you have boo-boo credit and you can't get a job, how can you get ahead in life, right? I like number 3. Number 3, I like a lot. Number 2, I'm 50-50, right? Is that partisan or bipartisan, Andy? I think it's bipartisan, right? And number 1, I like number 1. Number 4. So number 4 right now works for your credit score, right? Non-traditional trade lines. Right now, there's companies out there. There's companies out there for, especially with your rent, even if you use a private landlord or a big company, right? They can report your credit, your rent onto your credit. Okay, also with your utility bills. The only problem is going to help your credit score, but I've heard tricks that other credit repair people can make rent count as a true trade line. There's one person I saw it, they said they can do that. It'll help you with your credit score, but when the lender runs desktop underwriting or loan prospect, if it's Freddie Mac, DU as Fannie Mae, it won't acknowledge those. It'll acknowledge the score. It just won't acknowledge those trade lines. But those trade lines can help you go out and build real credit. So by saying, depending on where you are in the United States, this I don't understand because I don't live in areas where not a lot of people have credit, but they say there's areas where not a lot of people have good credit or have credit or credit's not available to them, right? If you know anyone who can't get credit because it's not available, I don't know. I think creditors are out there looking for people to give money to make money on interest, right? But this right there, I think is more for the Midwest. I think not for more coastal places where I think credit is available. But there's other strategies to build credit with instead of these trade lines. But he's making these non-traditional real trade lines. The last one, actually, I'm down with too. I like number 5, right? Excluding medical collections. Sometimes if someone's gonna cut my arm off, right? I don't care what the cost is. I'm signing that paperwork at the hospital. If I'm tripping like this and my one arm works and all I have like sign this piece of paper for 50 grand or clap like this for the rest of your life, I'm signing that piece of paper, right? You want to clap like this for the rest of your life? No. So when you're there, if there's a medical collection, I get why they would exclude that. I get that because right now, yes, lenders exclude medical collections, but they do hurt your credit score, right? They do hurt your credit score. So I think this excluding it, it's not going to hurt your credit score. So lenders don't count medical collections, but they report every month, which hurts your score. Okay, lenders don't hit that against their DTR or anything, but everything else. So that right there are the 5 rules. There's more, but these are the 5 main ones that I found throughout the internet, right? Just remember number 5. You want to clap like this for the rest of your life? Right? No, you're going to sign that piece of paper at the hospital, right? And now you have this medical collection. I went to keep it 100. I went to the dentist today, right? Dude, they say I have like gum disease or something. It's gonna cost me $12,000 to fix. My wife says that, hey, I just need to go and get my teeth cleaned. I'm like, $12,000. I'm like, that's a medical collection waiting to happen. so that right there, the 5 trade lines. So it hasn't happened yet. These are things floating around. But of course, as soon as it happens, I'll let you know. Yes, a lot of other influencers were talking about it in January and February. The reason why I didn't talk about it, he's not president yet. And since he became president, I'm waiting to see all these rules pan out because I don't want to talk about it, right? What's up, Manny? How you doing? I don't want to talk about it if I feel like it might not happen. But I'm talking about it now because more and more people, if you guys ask me enough, I will talk about the subject. So the $15,000 for your home, student loan forgiveness, the $15 an hour, and the change to credit rules, right? Those are his 4 things right now that he's pushing. Nothing's made the bill yet, so we will see. But if it is, I feel that it might drive more people to the market, right? Some say, but I feel that it's going to stop. Credit repair companies are going to have some issues to fix credit. Because I think when it's one system, I think it's going to be hard to fix your credit, right? If they are saying there's no errors, I don't know about you. If you might be the one out there who might truly have issues when there was a credit error, but majority of people, like myself, it's not an error. It's an error. Scratch that, right? Because I know I made a mistake, right? I always wanted to be a DJ, but this didn't work all the time. So, but guys, so that right there is Biden's all right, credit agency. Will it happen? We don't know, but I'll keep you guys informed, right? But if it does happen, I think it's going to hurt a lot of people from qualifying. I'll answer that question in just a second, Jennifer, okay? But I think it'll hurt a lot of people from qualifying. So if you're in that, like, hey, your credit's like in that 600 to 640, I would get off my bum and try to close escrow before this guy releases the Kraken and goes to one agency, and now you can't delete your collections or charge-offs, right? Now you got to wait the full 4 years for things to fall off. Or you got to file BK to get rid of that student loan, all right, guys? So that right there is that, guys. Let's get some Q&A here. Was that helpful? If I did bring you value tonight, do me a huge favor. Smash the thumbs up, right? Smash the like button. Share this video. If you're not following us on YouTube, Instagram, definitely do so, okay? Scroll up here. You see here, what's up, Jennifer? How you doing? You're welcome, Camilo. Lachagbo, what's going on? What up, Troy? What up, Camilo? I'm buying my first home. Congratulations, Camilo. Woo! What's up, JP? What's good, fam? JP is OG, triple OG over there. What's going on, Matthew? Yesy. How you doing, girl? Hopefully everything's going well with you. Jolene, what's going on? Tony, what's going on? Joanna, what's going on? Gurley, what's going on? Irene, what's good? Debbie, what's good? Brian, what's going on? Dale, Graham, what's going on, Graham? John Vega, Richard, what's going on? Jennifer, don't matter. I don't have a credit score. Churchill Mortgage is fixing me. So yes, so if you don't have a credit score, this is what I would do. If you're taking notes, if you're not buying a home right away, it's okay. Go and add yourself as an authorized user on a family member's credit. Remember this when you're thinking about credit. Credit payment history is 35% of your credit score, right? Utilization is 30% of your credit score. And credit history, which is different than payment history, right, is 10% of your credit score. So you think about 15% of your credit score, okay? So you think about that's what, 70% of your credit, 35, yeah, 70% of your credit, right? So 70% of your credit, I don't like to use the word manipulate, but you can control, okay? If you don't have credit, add yourself as an authorized user, right? When you add yourself as an authorized user, that solves your payment history. Make sure they've had it like 5, 6, 7 years, 10 years, and all their payments on time. Most likely it'll be a credit card and it's not an installment debt. It's kind of hard to jump on installment debt, right? But when they add it, make sure it's low utilization, okay? And then make sure they've had it for a long period of time. That's a trifecta. If you do that, all of a sudden you'll start getting letters from creditors, right? Then maybe get 2 small credit cards. So you need 1 authorized user, get 2 small credit cards, right? What you want to do. So when you get these 2 small credit cards, it is going to affect your credit history. The way they do credit history, let's say you have a 10-year credit card, or you add yourself as a 10-year authorization. You go get 2 new credit cards, right? So that's 3 cards in general. So 10 plus 2, right, is what? 12, right? 12 divided by 3 is what? 4. So your 10-year credit card turned into a 4-year history. They average out the years. Did you know that, Andy? See?
Probably something.
So when you add a card, make sure it's one with I see people add a 2-3 year card and then they go out and get 2 new credit cards or 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6, but divide, and then you got divided, and it's like 1 year each. So you just thinned out your credit card, right? So make sure you have a gangster one, right? Like huge credit history. Well, what happens if you can't add somebody? Well, this is what you can do, right? You can't add yourself. Go out and get a couple secure credit cards, right? Or you can go out jewelry stores, furniture stores, electronic stores. They'll give you a $3,000, $1,000 credit line for a couple $100. Make 3 to 6 payments on time, right? Boom, your payment history goes up. Boom, your utilization stays low, right? These things will improve your credit. And in 3 to 6 months, you have better credit. All you got to do is do that for 1 year, or maybe worst case 2 years, and you could buy a home. If you don't have credit, it ain't the end of the world. It's easier to build credit than to restore boo-boo credit. So if you don't have credit, you can do it. But if you have boo-boo credit, the trick is you want more pluses than minuses, right? And we'll go over that in another video. That's going to be on Min-Win. I should talk about that in a couple weeks, how to pump up with more positive to smash down the negative on your credit, right? We'll be talking about that soon, so definitely check it out.
Have to follow Min-Win on Instagram.
Don't forget, follow Min-Win on Instagram. All right, guys? What's up, Jennifer? Hopefully that helps out. That helps you out there. Sorry I went on a tangent, because that's a pretty good information right there. I want you to help me with my first purchase. Dre Harris, reach out. Reach out, Dre. You know how to get a hold of us. 714-790-9697. If you do want to work with me personally, I know some of you guys, I had like 2 people that said, Min, I'm a hoax or I'm a fake. I can't get to everybody. I'm sorry. I am doing my best, right? But if you're like, I need to only work with Min, just let them know, right?
You're one man with 200 people watching.
Yeah, I'm one man. You know how hard to do this all day? It's hard, right? And I got to answer everybody's question. Got to come up with content to make sure, I inform enough people. But if you're like, hey, I only want to work with Min, then yes, just let them know. But my team is well equipped. If you don't feel like they are, dime them out. Message me, right? If you know Graham's dropping the ball, let me know. I'll drop a dime on him, right? So definitely let me know, all right? What up, Eric? If I know how to get it off, I got big stuff off. I got a property and wasn't supposed to. Everyone said I had to wait 2 years. I have a home now. Congrats, Eric. Thank you, Robin. What's going on? Natalie, what's going on? Hilal, yes, because a delinquency in 2015, I can't buy a home. Great income, but I don't qualify. If you have delinquencies in 2015, you should be able to buy now. When did it charge off? You have a copy of credit report. If you guys have, so okay, I hate saying this, but let me keep it 100. I'm like, I'm the only one in the room, right? But it's good for it's good for the internet, right? No, I'm kidding. So go to creditkarma.com. I hate it when I say that. Run your credit. It doesn't hurt your credit score, right? Because you're running your own credit. Get a copy of your credit history. If you want me to review it, I can. I'm not here to review credit. If you think about it, you can use another lender to buy a house for all I care, right? But if you are serious about buying a home and credit's the thing stopping you, I'll help tell you what to do to fix your credit. But run credit on Credit Karma. Your credit score doesn't matter. I'm looking at all your liabilities and the history, and I'll tell you what's fixable and not. So he'll all reach out, all right? If you have great income, we can make it happen. The down payment is what's stopping me. Cash is stopping almost a lot of people, right? If you can move home and save as much as you can, right? The quicker you move home, it's easier to double up. If you can't do that, find a roommate, right? You should set a pace. If you can't save for your down payment in 2 to 3 years, you might want to think about either A, winning the lotto. I'm kidding, right? You might want to think about different places you need to move. But if you feel like you can pace yourself to buy in 2-3 years, then do your best, all right? Locking down cost of housing. What's up, Joanna? So it's going to be kind of like what happens now where there are more buyers than sellers. Yes, that's why I'm telling you, Joanna, get on it, right? I want Biden to forgive my student loans like yesterday. You and everyone else, Dre. I hope that happens for people who, if I understand some people need it, some people don't. Everyone's in a different situation. Whatever you guys want, write a letter to Biden, right? Hit him in the DM or something. Joseph, is this stopping people like in education? Is stopping from being a doctor? You have to work hard to get the score you have. Are we going to do away with degrees too? Joseph, I do not know, but I feel you, brother. I feel you. People are complaining about errors, right? There's this group called the Demcos, I think, or Dems. They're a liberal think tank, and it's their idea that they came up with. Let me see. I think it's their idea that they came up with. I think I saved it here. I think it's their idea that they came up with, and Biden's just writing off their idea because I think they helped support him when he ran for president. Like China, why should it be exclude stimulus? Government wants to control everything. Aaron Baker, yeah, I feel you. Freddie Diaz, I haven't been able to get my credit score over 700 my whole life, and I've been irresponsible when I was young, and I've been good for 15, 20 years. I still can't break over 700. I'm so disappointed. I've done credit repair and all of that. Freddie, what you can do, you can use myfico.com. If you want to do it yourself, go to myfico.com. It's $60 or $40. You can run your credit. It's a true credit report that uses the same credit rating system as mortgage lender. FICO score 2, 4, and 5. Experian using the FICO score 2. TransUnion. What? And yeah, it's a hard inquiry. It's going to cost you $40-$60, but they have a what if simulator on there, and it will tell you how to get to 700. Go to myfico.com. I don't get a check from them, but if you know anyone who works at MyFICO, right? But go to myfico.com, and you can do the what if simulator. It'll help you fix your credit. No errors of mine. It's blank. That's right. I doubt it will happen anytime soon. That would take away all my business as I have my own credit business. Kitty cake. I know, right? It will take away everyone's business. Gus, if you make a payment every 2 weeks, does that improve your credit score even faster or simply pay off the interest quicker? If you make a payment every 2 weeks, it shaves your interest because how your interest is calculated. Your monthly payment, I think it does help your score. That I can't verify that, Gus. I don't know. I just know you pay less interest. That I know for a fact. Jose Estrada, I took out a loan and paid it off in 2 months ago. I haven't received. I have received saying it's been paid off, but it still shows up on my Credit Karma. Is still there? Jose, that creditor might take a while to report. Okay, let me teach you about closing out credit. So when you pay off a debt, not a credit card debt, an installment debt, anything you pay off, it actually kills your credit score. Remember, guys, credit history makes up 15% of your credit. So when you close out an account, you lose that history. Let's say you have a 5-year, a 5-year, and a 5-year. If you close out that car, now you have a 5-year and a 5-year. You have only 10. You lose your other 5. Okay? So just let you guys know that. You will play. Yes, Eric, I do take risks. We need less government. Come on, man. What belt? White belt. Ms. A. BBB. Thanks, George. I just got requested today from an employee to pull my credit report. I know, right? Can you put the rule back up? Ellie, go. Can put the rule here. We'll put the rule back up for her really quick here. We'll pull up the rule for Ellie here really quick. Ivan, what's going on? Shonda, Brenda, what's good? What's good? What's going on? Beer, what's going on? Va, what's going on? Alan, what's going on here? I do, but I don't. Okay, Flores. Any questions? Took a here. Any questions here? Okay, let's go. Jay, what's the pros and cons of number 2? It sounds good, but I dumb off. So student loans. So number 2. So right now, you can. So if you file bankruptcy, you still have your student loan. Well, student loans is one of the main reasons why people can't buy a home. An average student loan is $30,000. The average payment on a student loan is gonna be $300 to $400 a month. Right now, $300 to $400 a month is $50,000 more home. And the home that people typically are in love with or want to own is about $50,000 to $100,000 more than what they qualify for. It's mostly the student loans holding them back. That's why. Hopefully that helps you out. What's going on? Experian allows you to boost your credit. Yes, Kathy. Experian allows you to boost your credit, but when you run credit through a lender, sometimes those utility bills don't help with your credit score when you pull it with Experian, TransUnion, Equifax on FICO score 2, 4, and 5. It does help on Experian, but it's not Experian FICO score 8 from what I remember. Yes, on 5. I'm credit king, brother. I have destroyed medical collections. Eric, let us know the secrets how to destroy medical collections. Joanne, what's going on? Getting a second opinion. Money Min, what's going on? The only thing holding back student loans. Questions? See here. What else? Oh, question, Jennifer. How are comps pulled and used for appraisals? So typically when someone pulls a comp, they call it a comp is a comparable sale. So when you buy a home, there's an appraisal. So appraisal follows different rules, right? But the main rule they're using is comparable sales. They're looking for comparable sales within a half a mile, right? In the last 30, the newest ones are the ones they got to use, right? Within 90 days. You can't pick an old comp because it gives you more value than a new comp. They can use the newest comp first, and if they don't use it, they got to explain why. So it's within a half mile, right? Within the last 90 days, they're going to go with the newest comp first. They're looking for comparable sales. Condos are a little bit harder if there's no other condos in the area, but single family home tract homes are pretty simple. Hopefully that helps you out. Food market, yeah, wouldn't drive prices up. California, yes. Luke Gomez, 3 rental units at 5% down conventional. If you can get a 5% down conventional 3-unit, get it. I don't see that right now with 5% credit score. Units, equity 10 possibly to get it. No, there's no 2s right now. I think if your investment, you're not seeing 2s right now. The adjustments are too high. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac just released, right? FHFA just released second home investments. The costs have gone up. Okay, owner occupied, you're still good because they're not taking too much investment second homes right now. So 2's not, nope, Loop. Sorry about that. You're welcome. Manual underwriting using alternative lines. Yo, man, teach us how to make teach us how to make lives like you. Also, I haven't seen a video in a while, and I love your office update. Did you paint your wall gray? I'm about to paint my wall white. I'm getting so much hate that my wall is blue. It makes the room smaller. So we're going to go white here. Put a TV right there. We're going to take down my... this is the room I wanted when I was like 15, 16. So I had to put it up. But I forgot. I'm 40 now. So, my wife and some other people have recommended I need to be on the act right. So I'm going to be changing this up in the next couple months. But we will be going with a white room. Maybe some adult stuff, right? A little cigar lounge, even though I don't smoke cigars. Joanna, I have already been pre-approved for a loan. I've already been 3 offers rejected because accepted cash offers. I'm sorry about that, Joanna. Do all credit card companies, if you have had someone actually report it on your credit? Yes, they do. If they don't report it the first month, second or third month, they will report the authorized user. You're welcome, Joanna. See here, we want to buy this year into a home where we won't want to upgrade down the line. Debt we have a car. Resita, definitely do it. Do it, girl. Go over again what Biden changes. I put up the changes already. MS, hopefully you see that. One more time for MS. Menu, the man homeowner is going to 2 year. You're welcome. And you man, homeowner going on 2 years. Congratulations, Rocco. Hopefully, I think Rocco, you moved to Utah, right? My credit score 678. Should I wait? Sharita, I would qualify now with your 678. Continually work on your credit. You're 2 points away from 680. If you can get 700, you can go conventional, but get approved because the right home might pop up. Rates are going up, guys. In the next 60, 90 days, the inflation rate's going to hit. It's going to go up. I wouldn't work on, if you can qualify to buy now, because by the time you fix your credit, the payments are going to be worse. So get in now. All right, hopefully, Sharita. But as you're approved, you can't get your offer accepted. Work on your credit, right? Have your lender run the what if simulator. Get what you fitted because I didn't wait till 20% down. I'm glad you didn't wait, Carlos. If people wait, by the time you wait, you have 20% down. Does that make sense? I hear some people, the people that throw a lot of shade on me are the people who are like, they live at home with their parents and they're saving like $4,000 a month. They're saving all their income to buy a $200,000 manufactured home somewhere, right? Or $300,000 manufactured home somewhere, right? Or not in California. But you know how hard it is to save 20% down? It's like almost impossible, right? So don't listen to these people. You got to wait until you have 20% down. By the time you have 20% down, that house will be 5 times or 4 times the amount that you were originally going to buy it for, okay? You're welcome. Hong, what's going on? What's interest rates for investment right now? Interest rates for investment. Hong, let me pull this up really quick. Interest rates for investment. Interest rates for investment. Give me 1 second, Hong. Let me pull it up right here. All right, just guys, thank Hong for this, okay? For investment, 20%. See here, hoping over 700. The adjustments here. Let me look at the adjustments. Okay. So you got to have at least 20% equity. Dude, 3.375 is just a par. 3.375. 3.375. So yours, 3.375. So you're gonna sit at least at worst case. You're at 3. Best case, you're at a 3.5. Worst case, probably 3 3/4. Hopefully that helps you out there. What's the reason why majority of sellers always throw non-contingencies when you offer on a home? They don't want you to have contingencies because they don't want you to back out, right? They don't want, because they got to get to their next home. They don't have time for people to back out, to fall out, okay? Yeah, the experience. Should a single man like me at 58K? So what? Ivan, congratulations for being a single man at 58K. Depending on where you're looking to buy, right? I'm 40 now. I wish I would have bought in my mid or late or early 30s when I had a chance to buy, and I did not buy. I wish I would have bought and lock in the cost of housing. One day I get married, I could sell that house and upgrade, but I didn't. I waited until I got married. I wish I would have done it. But if you're not in a position to buy, do not buy. Adam, I did experience boost at my credit. My current lender is counting those lines towards my DTI because now, is that right? Yes. If it's on your credit, Adam, it counts towards your DTI. Okay. Actually, don't think it's a bad thing, Adam, because you got to make the payments anyway. Might as well add them, right? You want to know what you really qualify at. I'm in contract. Congratulations, Kitty Cake. Next week, needs, right? Ooh, you're in contract. Hopefully it all works out. I know you've been, Kitty Cake's been on the show for a long time, man. I hope she qualify. I hope she gets her home. Biden's $15,000 tax credit. Can it apply if you bought a home already? There is no $15,000 tax credit, Christian, and you can't apply it in 2020. There's no tax credit yet. All right. Bear, would you recommend having a lender run my credit now before paying off my car? What I would do, have a lender qualify you, Bear. And if you need to pay off the car, pay off the car. But I wouldn't pay off the car until they qualify you, okay? I received a letter that my student loans were forgiven for those. Oh, congratulations. Due to fraud, why does it still show my... if it still show up on your credit, Eric, take your student loan letters and submit it to the credit bureaus, okay? Thank you so much, Carlos. Our second home rates right now have gone up because of last month the rules have changed. See here, think this. Pay down rates. Yeah, if you can have a chance to buy down the rate, you have the money, then buy it down. I love the Blue Room. Thank you so much, Christopher. Tanya, any credit repair companies you recommend? Yes, Tanya. So there's 3 companies I use, but the 2 companies are super busy right now. Right now I'm using this girl. Her name is Audrey. Audrey Credit Repair. You message me, I'll send you the information, right? Send me a text, 714-790-9697. I'll send you the credit repair person's information. She does great work. Okay. Rizono, I got pre-approved for 350. What's the exact max I can bid to multifamily? It all depends, right? We have to see the whole situation. Rizono, reach out to me if you got approved for 350 and you want to go with units. Depend what the units rent for. Okay. And also, there's a test you have to pass, right? The self-sufficient test if you go triplex or fourplex. Do I expect the market to crash? I don't. I think price is going to cap out and it's going to flatten out. Right now, they're short 40% inventory. Most of the people who are laid off were not homeowners in the first place. They lived at home with their parents or they were renting. Okay. The forbearance, we're down to 4.9%. It's dropping every week. So every Monday, if you're a mortgage lender or a realtor, you better look it up yourself, right? Every Monday on every Monday on Housing Wire and on Mortgage Bankers Associates, they post the forbearance. How many people are getting out of forbearance, okay? And most people are forbearance. They got equity. They can sell it full price. Juan, Min, my fiance and I are 3 days away from closing escrow. Congratulations, Juan. Benny, your guy Mitch got me approved. Congratulations, Benny. Omar, I have 2 cars under my name. Should I wait to pay them off before I buy? If you can qualify to buy with them, then do it. If I would try to get them off, right? Get rid of them. Or actually try to qualify first, Omar. If you qualify with them, then yes. If you don't, then get rid of them. What's the most common contingency for a seller? Sellers, there's 3 contingencies. Home inspection contingency, loan contingency, and there's appraisal contingency. Hold on to one contingency. I would hold on to the loan contingency or the appraisal contingency. All right, hopefully that helps you out. Why is it get a HELOC with home appraised at 40% over what we pay? Consider a HELOC for investment? Yes, I would consider a HELOC for an investment. If you've had your first loan for a long period of time, leave it alone. All right. If I need $30K to fix up my home, should I pull equity out or go to a credit? I would get a line of credit, Guadalupe. Remember, Guadalupe, if you get a line, if you do upgrades, if they do require permits, they will reassess your property to bring up your property taxes. So if you do upgrades, unless you're going to sell it, right, do not do anything that requires permits. Bam. Check this out. I saw a client, their balance, I think it was like 3 and some change, right? And their home is worth 700. I think they bought it for 5. It's worth like 7 something, right? They added a pool that required permits. Now the property got reassessed not at 500,000 plus 2% a year, you know, with Proposition 13. It got reassessed at the 700-some thousand. Think about this. You had a $500,000 tax assessment. Now you're paying 700. So be careful, Guadalupe. On what's going on. You're welcome. Kitty Cake, let me know what credit repair you do, girl. Reach out to me. So, yo, man, Jen Smith, he does live. Yo, man, check out Jen Smith. He does lives and people donate super stickers to him. Oh, awesome. I'll check out Jen Smith. Jeb Smith. Should we do these super stickers? What's your take on USDA? Kathleen, I love them. If you're buying a rural area, there's a time to get USDA. I would get them now. With USDA, if the property so USDA, not a lot of people are buying rural property. So you buy a rural property and it appraises more than the home than your offer, you can borrow up to the appraised value. But you can only do that on USDA. You can't do that on any other program, okay? So if your purchase contract is $500,000, but the home appraised at $700,000, you can go up to the $700,000 and use that money to do whatever, cover your down payment, fix up the property. There's a lot you can do. All right, Kathleen? Do you think buying a multifamily is a good for first-time home buyer? If you live at home with your mom, I would definitely do it. See here, I emailed you, Kitty. Thank you, Kitty Cake. I just refinanced my mortgage last October 20th. Is it a good idea if I ask early cancellation of MIP? If you do qualify, I would call my MIP company, Rosalind, and find out when you can cancel your PMI. All right. Rizzo 1031 says it will take a while to break down. If you are flipping property, 1031 exchange, you got to do it. If you're buying one investment and flip to another one, I'm not too detailed on the tax break on that. If you're buying, I'm saying, can you simply explain 1031 before the owner sells their home, please? If you sell your home, right, and you are a single person, after 2 years, you're allowed up to $250,000. As a married couple, you're allowed up to $500,000. If you're stay within that range, there's no 1031 exchange. You got to transfer to another property. right? If it's within 2 years, then you got to do 1031 exchange. Hopefully that helps you out. Now or this month? I would do it now. Kathleen, what's going on? I offered up 10 houses, rejected. I'm approved. What's going on? Lupita, if you don't get your offer accepted within 3 to 4 months, change real estate agents. All right? All right, guys. If you have more questions, you know how to get a hold of me. 714-790-9697. We want to end all our live stream with our attitude is gratitude. Without you, there would be no us. So thank you guys so much. And if I did bring you value and I answered your question, do me a huge favor. Hit the like button on this video, okay? Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, check out my What's a Mortgage. Also, check out MinWin if you're a lender or realtor and you want to become better at your game. One last question. Natalie, I just returned back to work 2 months off from maternity. I've been employed for 3 years. You can buy after 30 days, all right? Guadalupe, you're welcome. All right, enjoy the night.